Beat Drops Radio, Beat Drops Radio. Bianca Burwell Show, Bianca Burwell Show, Beat Drops Radio, Beat Drops Radio, Beat Drops Radio, Drops Radio, Drops Radio, Beat Drops Radio, Bianca Radio,
You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio, your top 40 pop and R&B station in New Beat of Atlanta. What's going on, lady? How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
This is a free-for-all Friday. I got Imani B in the building with me today, and then also we have a special in-studio guest, Miss Sheila Spivey. We're going to be talking about real estate. All things real estate. Is now the time to buy a house? What are the things that we need to do to make sure that we're ready to buy a house? If our credit is jacked up, what can we do to fix that? We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff as far as that's concerned. But first up, we'll have Hair Tips by Imani B. If you want to see everything that's going on in the station as it happens, just go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, click on Watch Live, and you'll be able to see everything that's happening. The Q&A box is open. Give us about 20 seconds, and we'll be able to see everything that's going on real time, and we can answer. As long as you're not acting crazy, we will acknowledge you. The call number is 404-826-9223. Again, 404-826-9223 is the call number. The listen line is 401-347-0418. If you do not have internet access or you just want to listen, just, you know, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying, Amanda?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Also, we're available on the TuneIn app. Download the free TuneIn app to your smart device, and you'll be able to, you know, follow us and just put in, search The Beat Drops Radio. You'll be able to find us. Also on Radio Tuna, Streamer, I don't know, about 15 platforms. Doesn't matter. You'll be able to find us. Just go ahead and put in The Beat Drops Radio. You'll find wherever we are. It is Friday. Man, it seems like this whole week just went by real fast.
Not for me. It went by real slow.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Why?
I've been a working woman.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Join the club. It's just getting started. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So with Free For All Friday, you never know what is going to happen. So we're going to start it off with Usher, Good Kisser. Keep it locked right here on the Bianca Burwell Show. Like I said, first up will be Hair Tips by Imani B. Keep it locked.
Coming from shampoo.
Yeah. You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio, your top 40 pop and R&B station in the beat of Atlanta. And every free-for-all Friday, we have Hill Tips by Imani B, who comes in and just tells us different stuff we need to do to make sure at least we're getting somewhat presentable. Just saying. So, what you got for us, Imani B? What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about hair odor. Why your hair carries a stench sometimes.
Odor.
Especially weeds, you know. Because sometimes us females don't like to wash our hair like that because we think, oh, it's okay, you know, we can go a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks without doing a little something to the hair. But really, it is essential. Now, let me talk about my Caucasians first because they are top of the list.
All right, let's talk about it.
Hair odor is equivalent to body odor. All right, none is too pleasant at all. So, with that being said, your hair does have oil glands too, and it does have hair that builds up on the scalp. And when you go about 3 days long, let's break it down to this. Would you go a whole 3 days to a week without washing yourself or without, you know, getting in the shower?
No.
Well, that's how we treat our hair sometimes. You go 2, 3, maybe a week without washing your hair, not realizing that's dirt, that's grease, that's built up, that's in your hair.
Right.
And all of that starts to build up after a while. Not to mention, we going to the gym, you know, we doing our little workouts, and a little dancing going on, you know? And that gets disgusting in your hair after a while.
Right.
Because all that builds up, and then all of a sudden now you have this stench that you walk around with. How can I get rid of it? Well, just washing it out sometimes will not do.
Really? I would think, you know, these are things that's, you know, our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they do, you know, I thought they wash their hair, or they have to wash their hair on a daily basis.
They do have to wash their hair on a daily basis, but you're going a week and a half to 2 weeks without washing your hair. Just one wash won't do. You can't just get it all done and all out within just one wash. There needs to be about 2, 3 washes up in there, okay? Consecutively. I'm serious. I'm real serious.
Okay.
Now, if you have coarser, thicker hair, like us African Americans, we can stretch that out a little bit. Now, with some of the hairstylists, because I know with my clients, some of my clients, I tell them to wash their hair every couple days or 3 days or a week, but some just don't follow that, you know? Some think they're too good. I'm so serious. But here's the problem. With the Caucasians, they have to wash their hair every day. Because every day or every couple days, because as their hair, their scalp emits oil. As for us African Americans, we have to put oil. We need oil. We don't produce that much oil. We don't produce that much oil. So, as opposed to them, as opposed to us, they can do every couple days. Us, we have to do about every week and a half to 2 weeks. I know with me, because I have real thick and coarse hair, I can basically do mine every 2 weeks because my hair is real dry. It's real dry. Okay.
We deal with it.
Oil treatments and everything. But you also have to know how to maintain your hair while in the midst of it not being washed or whatnot. Okay? Comb your hair. Clip your hands. Do all the necessary stuff. Okay? Condition your hair. Or you can do some home remedies too. Like I said, I think it was a couple shows ago, I talked to you guys about some home remedies. This one home remedy that I really like is called Sandy.
All right.
Now with Sandy, you get you an avocado, a real ripe, and I do mean ripe avocado. Get you some fresh lemons, just half of that fresh lemon. Get 1 egg yolk, okay? And you put the egg yolk in first, all right? Oh, don't forget your vegetable oil. Get you some vegetable oil.
Just the whole mixture that you make in like in a bowl or something.
Yeah, it's a whole mixture. Olive oil, vegetable oil, any of that. Any oil that you see in your kitchen, okay? Just as long as it's not grease. All right, so you get the egg yolk. You bust the egg yolk in the bowl first. Now, with that oil that I told you, you need to get 8 ounces of that. Why 8 ounces? Because the egg yolk can only hold up to 8 ounces before you break it. Okay? So 8 ounces of that. Squeeze a little bit of lemon juice up in there, okay? I'm so serious. Just like it. Okay. You know, a little bit of avocado. All right, mix it on up. Pour it in. Pour it in your hair. Put it in your hair, okay? Let it sit. All that good stuff. Now that can honestly replace a shampoo because all these shampoos, like I told you before, are full of sulfate, and sulfate is
harmful to.
Yeah, that's real harmful because
Right.
you use sulfate for your dishes, to clean, for gristle pads, for cement. That's what sulfate is in and used to clean.
Mm-hmm.
And when that's in your hair, think about it. That's pulling off all the nutrients, all the good stuff in your hair.
Mm.
So get sulfate-free shampoo or do what I'm telling you. Home remedies. This home remedy I like. Okay. Now what this home remedy does, you can leave it in your hair for about a couple minutes to about an hour. Some people like to leave it in for an hour. Leave it in for an hour. Rinse it out. Yeah, hold on.
Just absorb it.
It feels good. Leave it in for an hour to, wash it out. And what that does, that leaves shine, that leaves volume, and it stays in your hair. So whenever you decide to blow dry your hair or flat iron it, there is no burnt smell. There is no damage. Your hair looks like you just got a perm. Okay? You don't need a perm. You just use what I just said. Use some Sandy, okay? Sandy. All right. And another thing I want to tell you guys before I conclude my hair tips by Imani B, I want to tell you guys to always, 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 please, your hair is what you are. What you eat is what your hair reflects, okay? I'm so sick of getting these people in my chair that think they're supposed to have long, lustrous hair and they eat junk food every single day. And think that their hair is supposed to be long when you don't clip your ends, don't maintain your hair, and your hair has an odor to it. And then you expect me to work all these miracles. I can do.
But you are a miracle worker.
I'm a miracle worker,
You're working out.
but it takes two, You can't come to a hairstylist and be like, well, I haven't done this, that, and nor do I plan on doing this, that. Because if you aren't conditioning, washing your hair, clipping your ends, and all this other stuff, what do you think will happen when I put that weave up in your hair or I do something with it? That tells me that you aren't going to maintain it. That's what that tells me.
All right.
Please.
But you're working out, though.
I work it out.
Your clients,
But
they feel real good when they get up out
Yeah,
the
they
chair.
feel real good, but they got to maintain it, too. That's what I preach to every last one of my clients. I really do. Maintain it. Take care of your hair. Take care of your health first. Because if you eating junk food, if you're eating all these fatty foods, your hair becomes dull, brittle, and your ends get raggedy looking, okay? Now, that's all I want to say. And that concludes Hair Tips by Imani B.
I might have had a question or something.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Okay, so what are some healthy foods that we can eat?
Some healthy foods you can
kill
do.
my little Doritos that I'm about to eat.
I'm sorry, you can do some protein. Protein is a big one because your hair is predominantly protein, about 96-97% protein. All right, so get some protein, get some blueberries. All right, salmon. Salmon is real good. Don't fry it in no grease. I'm serious.
Bake it. You should bake it, right?
Some people like to fry stuff. Some people like to fry everything,
Yeah.
But don't fry it, okay? Just put it on a nice grill, grill a little bit, bake it. Do some salmon. Get you some fish. Pretty much fish. Fish helps, okay?
Green leafy foods.
Leafy foods all the way, like your spinach.
I love spinach.
I like collard greens.
Kale.
Some collard greens.
Collard greens.
Okay.
That's a great thing. I can eat that all day.
And eggs help too. Eggs do help. Now those are some of the foods that can keep you on target.
I'm hungry. We might take an extended break so I can eat something.
But those are just some foods that can help keep you on track to give you some kind of idea of what to eat to help your hair. Okay, it's just a little bit.
All right.
And that concludes Hair Tips by Imani B.
How can they find you, follow you, ask you questions to make sure that their hair is, on point?
Well, you can always find me on the Beat Drops Radio. Contact me through the Beat Drops Radio. You can also email me. I do respond. I am ANIBURWELL @gmail.com. Imani Burwell @gmail.com. Follow me on IG. I am a loyal follower. I do follow back on my followers. All right. Imani_Tyree. I am ANI_TYREE. I do have, for those who are wondering where are my hairstyle pics at, new ones are coming up. I had to take some down, but they are coming. I promise.
All right, look at the camera and thank the folks that's watching too.
Bye. I'll see y'all next time.
They looking. They're like, she ain't even looking at us.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to show y'all some attention.
All right, so next Friday,
Yeah, next Friday. Same time, same place.
same time, same doggone place, right here on the Beat Drops Radio. Keep it live. Jennifer Hudson, walk it out. We'll be back. Great personality, you met well with people and ideas that you know would make a great show. Then contact the Beat Drops Radio and email your YouTube links, website, and contact information to TheBeatDropsRadio@gmail.com to set up an appointment today. As we are gearing up for the new year and expanding our network to include interesting, creative, fun, original, and captivating shows, and this just might be it. We are a family-friendly, top 40 pop and R&B station located in the Atlanta metro area. Now, if you don't live in the Atlanta area and have pre-recorded shows, we have time slots available for you too. Don't delay and email us today, TheBeatDropsRadio. You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the Beat Drops Radio, your top 40 pop and R&B station, the new beat of Atlanta. The call number is 404-826-9223. Again, 404-826-9223 is the call number. If you want to see everything that's happening as it happens, just go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, click on Watch Live, and you'll be able to see what's happening. The Q&A box is open, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, we'll see it flash up on our board. It takes about 20 seconds. So have some patience and don't put nothing crazy. Then we will acknowledge you. Imani B.
Yeah.
We're about to learn a little bit about real estate. How about that?
She gonna learn us something.
She's going to learn us a lot of something today because there's a lot going on, I gather, in the market. And I am in the market myself looking for a house. Actually, I've been going through the whole thing. You are funny. So our special in-studio guest, Miss Sheila Spivey, is in the building. How you doing, lady?
Wonderful, wonderful.
You feeling comfortable?
Feeling real comfortable, girl.
Well,
My mic is my friend.
Yes, Anthony, I'm so glad to have you in and to talk about what it is we're about to talk about. You've been in real estate since 2003.
11 long years.
You've seen some ups and downs, right?
Yes.
You know, from what I understand, you know, real estate can be very, very, on the business side right now, then we'll go to the consumer, but it can be very, very profitable, and then also it can make you lose your shirt.
Yes.
But if that's a serious, you know, you guys are like constantly.
You have to
out
love
there.
it to survive.
Wow.
Because you will not eat sometimes, but you still have clients. You have to drive around. You still have clients that want to see homes, and you haven't even closed anything. You don't even have no gas to put in your car. But thank God I know Jesus.
Yeah, because all that driving around.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
And maybe when you have a client that is not quite sure on what part of the city they want to live in, because Atlanta offers so many options. They see something in Stockbridge. Oh, I just saw something in Alpharetta. Oh,
you like, really?
For real?
All the way over there?
I'm going to go to Conyers now. Yeah. Maybe we're going to narrow that down.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Narrow that down. Yeah. So what made you get into real estate, I wonder?
Oh, what an awesome question. My parents paid their house off in 30 years, and they were evicted at 4 a.m. in the morning.
4 in the morning?
By the National Guard.
What?
What? That's what I said. I was off in college, and I called home, and the house sounded hollow. I was like, what's going on? They said, we had to move. What you mean you had to move? They evicted 54 families out of a neighborhood in Augusta, Georgia. They said it was a gas leak. And they gave them the amount of the house when they bought it 30 years ago.
What?
So when I went off to college, I've never gone back home. And I said at that time I was going to learn everything that I possibly could learn about real estate so I can educate people. Even before then, when I was in high school, when people was driving around, going to parties, I was driving around looking at houses. And I never forget, I drove to this driveway one morning, and this Caucasian man was getting his newspaper. And big, beautiful house, you know, that's where you drive and look, dreaming.
Right.
And I said, sir, can I ask you a question? And he said, sure. I said, how did you get that? He said, I'm an investor. I didn't know what an investor was. I was like, okay, I just need to keep that word in the back of my head. And it's so ironic. That's something you just asked me a few minutes ago. Do you work with investors? Of course.
Mm.
I love investors. A lot of people, say they waste your time and da-da-da. I like an investor because they have a vision. They're not purchasing a house just for one reason. They're trying to, yes, they want more income, but they're also helping a family, hopefully one day, to turn them into a buyer as well.
Mm.
They're able to rent that property with them,
Mm-hmm.
build some good history, some good rental history,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to make them a buyer one day. And that's the American dream.
Yes,
So
it is.
that's why I don't sell. If I did real estate for the money, I would be back in a call center somewhere working. Because I haven't made a lot of money in real estate. I came in right when the market was getting ready to crash.
Wow.
And because my heart is so big for real estate, I do get used a lot sometimes.
Mm.
But they think they're using me. I understand my calling.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love helping rentals. I love helping that $50,000 buyer as well as the $500,000
It was
buyer.
serious though, because I know at one point in time when people were looking for houses,
Mm-hmm.
and then when that whole thing happened with real estate, it looked like some agents had to adjust and start helping renters as well, and that's something that I hadn't seen previously. But I guess you have to adjust to the market. Is
I
that right?
always help renters, but most agents will thumb their nose up. No, I don't do rentals. I only do sales.
Really? A check is a check. The last time.
Well, you don't get
I
a
know
big
that's right.
commission. You spend as much time on a rental as you do a sale, but with a rental, your max you may get is maybe $1,000, whereas a sale you're going to average anywhere from $2,500 to up.
Yeah, about to say it could be quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
Especially if you sell $1 million home, you'd be like,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't have
that's
to work for that.
Yeah.
I'm good for you. I'm just kick back. Yeah, but I love the $50,000 buyer. They're going to give you more referrals because they're going to be so happy that they were able to buy. People don't think that they can buy a house in Atlanta under $100,000. There's houses on the market in Atlanta for $20, $30, $40, $50. Now your $20, $30, $40,000 homes, yes, you're going to have to do some touch
you'll
work.
do some work.
But I have an eye for houses. I can find you some houses. You don't have to do it. Paint and carpet.
Mm.
Mainly your high rises, your condos. Out in the Stone Mountain area right now,
Yeah.
investors need to eat it up.
Is that right?
Right now, Stone Mountain is hot. DeKalb
Stone
County.
Mountain might be.
Yeah,
That's where we live from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we
Clayton
live from.
County, I feel, is going to come up in the next 12 months if they pass that MARTA. Because they got their accreditation back.
Mhm.
Of course, y'all know I don't too much dig Clayton County right now because after that dog bite.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everything has a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I think their market is going to come up once the MARTA system is put back in place, and we make that vote in November. So
Yeah,
people in Clayton County, you talking about you want a bus, go vote.
Yeah, because it's a lot of people that end up losing jobs and couldn't get to work as soon as they snatched that MARTA out of that area. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I guess a lot of things suffered out there.
The housing market, the schools, everybody from DeKalb County, after the dog laws changed in DeKalb, moved to Clayton County, so it's infested with vicious dogs with no license and no leashes, but it's going to come back. And the houses out there, I stayed out there in Jonesboro for about 6 months. I was on a lake and had a pool for $850. That was rental.
I'm sorry?
For $850. And I'm not talking about a small lake, and I'm not talking about a small pool. I had 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths.
I'm sorry, where was this?
Terra Boulevard,
Really?
Camelot subdivision. And it's
I'm familiar with Terra Boulevard.
Camelot, right across the street from the Family Dollar.
Are you serious?
But
For
once you back there,
$850?
yeah, but it's no bus. You got to have a car.
Yeah.
And a lot of young people, I mean, America is in distress right now.
Yes.
On every end. So 23, 25, 27-year-olds are living home with their parents. They don't have a car. They're just sitting in the house. But we got to get it going. Some kind of way. We have to stop telling people buying a house is the American dream. Shelter is the American dream. At this
Roof
point,
over your head,
a
yeah.
roof over your head. Because just because you have a mortgage, you don't have ownership.
That's true. That's true.
Okay?
I mean, because they can still.
It's still not yours. I mean, you can pull out money on it and all that good stuff, but that's just putting you in more debt.
Yeah.
But it has its good and bad. But real estate, you need to be ready. You don't need to just purchase a home because you want it and you barely qualify. Think about, okay, you qualified for the $125,000 home.
Mm-hmm.
Think about your maintenance every month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you buy a 2014 home or a 1914 home.
Mm.
You will have maintenance every month on a home, especially in the summertime. Don't buy a house and have a jacked up yard, please. It is the worst.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And it's the worst. You have this big, beautiful home and you can't even keep the grass cut.
Cut the grass.
Come on now.
That's very unattractive to new buyers, especially. 'Cause I know that's what turned us off of a lot of houses, too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like, I mean, especially one that had 5. Miss she,
Yes, ma'am.
it had 5 bedrooms.
Yes.
4 bathrooms.
Yeah.
The basement was fully done. The kitchen fully renovated. That yard looked like hell soup for murder.
Yeah.
It looked like,
What about the one with the chickens?
oh,
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
why you bringing it up? Why you
I'm
bringing
sorry,
it up?
I'm
Why you
sorry.
bringing it up? We found
The It
the
House.
house.
I mean,
I'm talking about it was
the house.
we was ready to put a bid in before even going over there because we was seeing everything.
The pitch.
Oh, the pitch. Oh, that's everything. Right? We pull up. My son and I, we got there. We was smiling. We was like, oh yeah, that's what we talking about right there, right? We looking in the window because the agent was meeting us later, but we went over early. Okay. And my son and I walked around the side. He thought it. I said, oh, hell no. It was chickens and roosters
But you have to see past that because
Next
once you
door.
move in, next door,
right next door.
fence.
The
Wood
was a
fence.
fence. Wood. We would have had to,
Yeah, tall.
because I'm telling you, we couldn't do it. We could not do it. It was
Did
that
it have
bad.
chickens are cool though? Chickens
Nah,
are.
man. I
As long
wish
as
I
it's
still
not
had
a
it.
rooster back there. That's
No,
the one that
no,
the
they
rooster
had
was
roosters.
in. Oh yeah, you would have woke up every morning 5 a.m.
And it reminded me of when I used to stay with
Yes.
Big Mom, Big Dad back in Valdosta during the summer.
Yeah.
They had antimals. Plenty of antimals. I'm talking about cows, chickens, roosters, up the whole. They had antimals. And I remember waking up like, oh no,
Well, no,
I'm not
you-
used to this here. I'm from the city.
But see, once you have become a homeowner and bought the house you like,
I'm sorry, when people, you know,
that could have been a renter next door. You know, owners do have still
know.
rights. You can make phone calls and get ordinances.
it was terrible. Miss
See, I had a call this morning. I had a client that wanted to go visit one of my properties, and I have a tenant living in the home. This something for investors to think about. The agent called me back and he said, Sheila, have you viewed the house? Because I list properties for my broker and sight unseen. She's seen them, I haven't. She said, Sheila, the grass is growing up. The only room that was clean in the house was the little girl's room, the parents. I said, well, you know, that might be a tactic that they don't want you to buy because they don't want to lose their property. So you have to think like that. And don't look at their things and what's going on. Look at your things on your property. Envision, as long as the bones are good on the property, you good. That's what you look for when you go to a property, the bones. You comb communities on Saturday afternoons after 7. You know, that's when
After 7,
after 7, that's when you can kind of really see what's going on in the neighborhood. Sunday afternoon, in the summer, 2 p.m., 3. That's the peak time that people are going to be out. If they're going to barbecue, if they're going to hang out, if they're going to, you know, you look at, shouldn't prejudge people, but you want to look at the upkeep of the cars. You want to look at the upkeep of the neighbor's yard. The curb appeal is everything. Right. If you pull in your neighborhood, you want to feel good, but you want your guests to come visit you to feel good and safe as well.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's an art.
You had to exhale a little bit on that one. Yeah. It's an art. Are you able to, you yourself, are you able to sell properties anywhere in the state of Georgia?
I can sell anywhere in the state of Georgia, and I can refer anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the world.
Really?
Yes. You want a home? call me. I will get you to the right agent in any part of the world that you need to be. Dubai, I have contacts in Dubai. Jamaica, Florida, working on Florida, LA.
We got listeners that's listening in New York right now.
Yeah, New York. Matter of fact, my cousin is getting ready to get her license in New York, so we can tag team. You know, people that's coming from New York, she passed me her, and she's already invested in properties here in Atlanta. She has homes here. So, real estate is awesome, but what cringes me is that for the ones who bypass the laws and just want to be a marketer. Okay. People who put deals together and have no accountability behind the deal. That happened a lot during that crash. When the market crashed, a lot of those was not Georgia real estate license holders. They want to go around and do it. You know, I can do a deal without a real estate agent. Yes, but you have no accountability. I can get my teeth pulled over some people's house, right? But if I die, I can't sue them, right? If a person do a deal with me and I do something wrong, I am held to a high accountability for it. Everything I tell a client, I am accountable for. Not just telling you something to make you feel good or fluff the situation. Right. I'm held with ethics, accountability, and the law. But for some reason, people feel like they can always do it on their own. Like the FISBOs for sale by own. You can sell your own home, but then as soon as something go down wrong, then you want to call the agent to come in and fix it for you. No, I need some help. I need help. No, I want then an agent don't want to touch it because you've told somebody something. You didn't. Say for instance, you have a home. You know your basement is cracked. You know what's cracking up. You can smell the mildew. You can smell that mold when you walk up in the house. Yeah. But if you do not tell me that, I have to write it in the contract that you didn't tell me. But if I smell it, I need to write. I smell mold. I have to be held accountable. But if you just getting anybody to just write a deal for you because they know how to write a contract, yes, you can go to Office Depot and get a contract and write it. But there's no accountability behind it.
She said, I didn't know I could go to That's not the wisest thing, though.
No, that's just like going to court without a lawyer. Yeah, you can represent yourself, but most times y'all end up in popo. Yeah, it's very few people win their own cases. You know, you can do it, but and it bothers me when you're doing real estate deals and everybody want a portion of it. You know, everybody want a portion. I refer them if you give me that. I do pay referral fees. I do want to be clear on that. Anything I sell under $90,000, I pay a $250 referral fee. Anything I sell over $90,000 up to $250, I do a $500 referral fee.
Well, that's a wonderful thing to know.
Exactly.
You to the ground.
So those marketers, you want a legitimate licensed real estate agent? I don't pay you. I'm not gonna give you half of my deal. No. Not doing it. Came out of the box doing it, messed up, tried, made myself look bad because I couldn't hold up to the deal in the end. Because I'm like, oh God, I didn't know I had to pay this fee. They see the check. They sit at the closing table. They see you getting this $5,000 check. Yeah. They don't realize we have E&O insurance have to come out of that. We have to pay our broker's fees out of that. And Lord knows all the people we begged and borrowed from to get to that closing table to make it happen. Right. So you may walk away with $2. You still got your lights, gas, water, cell phone, all your marketing, your rent, your children. But they look at it like, oh, they make a lot of money. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. When it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, you have to stay strong. But I love real estate. I mean, I love it because it's possible for anyone between 18 to 80.
Really? To sell, to get in?
To get in, to buy, to rent. Something I want to do. One day, it will happen. I would love to be able to go into high schools and do seminars on renting. So many of our young people go out into the world Everybody don't go to college. Some of them have to hit it running, hitting a job, getting an apartment. Don't let your friends come in your house and mess up your credit.
That's right.
Because that's what it ends up. You think it's just a party? That party will follow you to you 40, 50, 60 years old on your credit. And in Atlanta, the first question we're going to ask you, do you have 2 years rental history? You have 1 year of verifiable employment. And if the first apartment you get, you've damaged yourself.
I'm glad you said that. I had to look at my daughter because I was instructing her.
Yeah, your home is your castle. You just left out of your parents' home where you thought it was just easy, blah, blah, blah. But when you get into your own place, you need to make sure that rent is paid. Don't go out trying to get the biggest, baddest apartment as your first apartment. Don't jump out there into a roommate situation.
Live below your means.
Live way below. Learn how to pay a water, gas, cable, electric, car note, car insurance, and rent. It's and a skill too. It takes about 35. You get about 35 and you master.
Okay, I got a question.
Come on, baby.
Because I got my co-workers. They are about to move in together. All right, and these two, I would say, isn't the best idea to move in together. I really wouldn't, because their attitudes and the way they live and do things just don't mix. But they still want to move in together. So say they hashed it out, all that good stuff, and they called it a truce. Do you think it's still a good idea to move in as roommates or no?
The best situation for roommates, you should find an investor that's willing to do a month-to-month lease with you.
Why?
Don't do a long-term lease, because when y'all start fighting after 90 days, you still got the rest of that lease to live out. If you live in month-to-month, that contract ends every month at the end of the month. And there are investors out there that's willing to do 30 month-to-month leases. Not many, but that's what you want to think about when you go into roommate situations. No one can plan. If husband and wives don't stay together in 2014, what make you think you're getting ready to meet somebody on the job that you've been knowing for about a year
or less,
or more times,
7 months,
7 months, and you're getting ready to tie all your financials with them, your food,
everything.
The person, girls, when one guy come over and then look at the other one, that's it right there.
You know, when I was in college, I thought I was grown.
Of course, we all did.
And I moved off yard. And my mother said, I'm not buying nothing. I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't paying your car insurance. I ain't paying your phone bill. But you think you grown, right? And I'm like, me and Carmen, that's my girl. You know, we gonna stay in the apartment. We moved off. I'm all happy. We smiling. We done moved in. And it was good for the first 6 weeks, if that long, about a month. Yeah, it was good. You know, then her boyfriend kept coming over all the time. I was like, look here, young man. You can't walk around and enjoy your place. As much as you here, we about to split this in 3 parts. This here rent. And then he ran up the phone bill. Phone got cut off. I was like, Mama. She said, I told you, I ain't paying your car insurance. I ain't paying your phone. And at that time, we didn't have cell phones yet. We had pagers and we had phone cards. So I had to drive down the street. It wasn't in walking distance. Drive down the street to a payphone. That's right. That they existed then. Payphone to make a phone call. I said, this is ridiculous. Yeah. I her up. I'm talking about her up and got back on campus. I was like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I wish if I would have stayed on campus, I would have finished. I went 3.5 years. That might be another reason why my real estate means so much to me. So I got to complete something. I got to complete it wholeheartedly. That's why I wanted to. I tell some people my story about how long it took me to get my license, but I got it. Yes, indeed. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and what I want to talk about is what we have to do as consumers to get ourselves in position to purchase real estate. Keep it like right here on the Bianca Burwell Show. We're going to throw it back a little bit, do some Zap and Roger, more bounce to the ounce. Keep it locked.
to the World Wide Web and our relaxing atmosphere. Located in Northeast Atlanta, the Web Zone Cyber Cafe offers a convenient and enjoyable location to check your email, search the internet, scams, track documents, and make
No.
all in one location. Visitors can connect to the internet using our high-speed computers and receive online assistance at no additional charge. Our 1,500 square
We
feet
can make a deal.
cafe is staffed with
You
Just make sure everybody hears you.
Just about mobile training
But,
seniors
so you want to hold that? Yeah.
computers to your community center and train seniors to effectively use the computer and safely surf the internet. Visit us online at www.thewebzoneatl.com or call 770-465-4000 for more information and rates. The Web Zone. Get away and get online.
My song, Make It Out This Town, is about being odds. So is Big Brothers Big Sisters. Many littles live single parent, low income, military families. Too many kids, especially boys, are still waiting for a baby. Volunteer or donate. Start something. Big Brothers Big Sisters alumni keeps. Start something. Learn more at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Make sure you tune in every Sunday morning for Sunday morning inspiration right here on TheBeatDropsRadio.com starting at 9 a.m. Sunday morning inspiration right here on TheBeatDrops Radio 9 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Download the TuneIn app so you can take it wherever you go. With an app, right here on the station, streamer radio, we are there. Make sure you get that inspiration. You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio. Radio. Well, we are talking to our in-studio guest, Miss Sheila Spivey. What's going on there?
What's going on, Mama?
You're doing an excellent job. An excellent job. You know, and I appreciate you taking the time to come over and speak with us. Before we went to the break, and before I go there, 1 second, the call-in number is 404-826-9223. I see some of you guys are you know, chatting or whatever, chatting it up on social media. If you have any questions and you want to talk to her directly, 404-826-9223. Or, like I said, some of you guys are at work, you're in your cubicles. Our Q&A box is open. I'm sorry, people are texting. Okay, our Q&A box is open, so you can put your message there. Any questions, comments, or whatever. Give us about 20 seconds. We'll be able to see it, and we'll acknowledge you. So we're talking real estate.
Yes, ma'am.
And there are some people that have gone through a great deal in their lives. You know, we all have ups and downs. You've had a job, lost a job, or you were working and got sick and couldn't work anymore. You know, there's all kinds of situations where your credit might just be jacked up.
Yeah.
And, you know, and your credit will affect even being able to rent sometimes.
You get a job.
You know.
Credit affects your job now.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. You got to be careful with the things you say on social media. Remember that. All the things, and you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Maybe you need to put an alias or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that's your name, because they do look at those things now for employment. So if I'm told up, my credit is raggedy, but I need a roof over my head, I come knock on your door, Miss Spivey. I need assistance. I've got about $1,000 I've been saved up. I probably can't buy a house right now, but I got $1,000 I've been saved up.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me get a roof over my head?
I will help you.
What are the things that people need to do to kind of get themselves in position, credit-wise? Credit's messed up, you know, to at least get a roof over their head. We'll talk about that first before we go to the buying a house.
Well, you want to see if you can stay with somebody for real.
Really?
For real. For at least 30 days. To figure out, do you want to see if you can rent someone's basement? Do you want to go into a duplex? Do you want to go into a property managed property? That's like an apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to be your hardest ones to rent in.
Mm-hmm.
A property management like the Post, Gables.
Yeah, yeah.
They want to see 2 years rental history, 2 years of employment. They don't want to see any judgments. Whereas if you rent from a private investor, they may just take an extra deposit if they see that judgment on your credit. You just because you was given an eviction does not mean it's a judgment on your credit. The property management company may not report it to the credit bureau. If you rent from a private investor, 9 times out of 10, they don't take that extra step.
They just want to make sure that they have somebody in the
property. They don't have the time to do the eviction. That's a process. That's a 3-step. That's a 3-payment process to do, and it can get pricey depending on how much stuff is left in the person's house. It's great when they leave on their own, but if they want to be a little, vindictive, they'll be like, "Come put me out. I got a house full of stuff." You got to pay people to get that stuff out, and the sheriff gives you what, 1 or 2 hours?
Really?
You have to have 3 men and a truck on a property when you're ready for the eviction.
Oh man!
But we don't want to talk about the negative in it. But that eviction thing, you want to, before you go rent, don't get so excited and caught up. I'm gonna be out on my own. I'm gonna have my own place. Make sure you a good understanding of your rent amount. 30 days is not long. It comes around real quick.
Yes, I can testify to that. It does.
It comes by real quick. You want the crown molding with the stainless steel package and the fitness center and the media room and the business center. For what?
Right.
You don't go to them usually.
You're right.
And most of them have a pool. They close it at 6 when they leave the office. You don't even get to use it for 24 hours in a day. But you pay for it 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, that's true.
It's great when you can find you an apartment when you're starting out at least, or when you're trying to rebuild. Right now, I have a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, $650, City of Atlanta. It has AC, it has hardwood floors. That's great. That's a good apartment to come up in. No, you're not going to have a gated community. No, you don't have a stainless steel refrigerator. You got a white refrigerator with a gas little bitty stove.
It turns on.
It turns on. It turns off. It doesn't catch on fire. I can't guarantee anyone's safety. We live in the United States of America.
That's true.
So when you go to a property and say, well, how safe is it? Do your research, because that is a fair housing question. We can be sued for telling you it's a safe community.
Oh, wow.
So when
I didn't
exactly, a lot of people, first, how safe is it? You live in America. Right. I don't care, from Alpharetta to Appleton, Georgia. Things happen everywhere. Everywhere. No, you don't want to be out nowhere with Bubba's on the corner all night long. But you can see that when you do your drive-by at 2 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday that I told you about.
Right.
You can see that from a distance. I ask a lot of my prospects to drive the community before you want me to come out there and show you. Because you might not even have to go. You might not even like it before I get out the car. But to rebuild your credit, I have a team, my mortgage people, they are financial consultants. Dynasty Financial Consulting Group. If you are serious about rebuilding your credit, they are the go-to group to go to.
Oh, wow.
They are awesome. She's not gonna just get you in a house. She's gonna educate you. You're gonna pay a fee, but you get what you pay for in this world. And if you can't invest no money in learning how to manage your household, that's a course need to be added in high school, really.
I wonder why they don't have that.
School doesn't teach you anything about real life. I love education, and knowledge is powerful, but far as how to manage and budget your finances, it's nowhere found. And that's mom and daddy got to teach you.
Right.
And most of the time, they just learned. So they don't know how to teach you. And sometimes we be embarrassed because we done lost our place. And the kid done had to go to another side of town while I get back on my feet, or go back to grandma's house. Right. But we need to be educated. And if you want to be educated about credit, you need to go to Dynasty Financial Consulting. You can go to their website. She's awesome. I mean, she'll take someone with like a 480 credit score.
Wow.
And I promise you, if you have a job and you do what she tells you to do, you will be able to buy a home in 6 months to a year. I have a client now. She didn't work with this young lady. But this client.
I'm trying to digest what you just said. You said
if you pay your
80,
oh yeah.
credit's going.
Yeah. Because a lot of things on your credit just needs to be wiped off. A lot of people don't even read the credit to see what it is. It could be something, a simple phone call. Might not even be nothing you have to pay.
How often should we be pulling our credit reports? Because we can't personally do it.
Yeah.
But how often should we?
You get one. I think you get to get one or two free per year. But you should pull your credit at least every 60 to 90 days.
Now, does that hurt me to pull my own credit? The same as like an inquiry with somebody when I'm trying to obtain credit? Does that count against me?
I'm a real estate agent. You need to call Deborah Mitchell over there at Dynasty Financial. She can tell you everything you need to know about credit. She's a wizard with the credit. I mean, because a lot of people, everyone knows, okay, you have a, say for instance, a spa membership on your credit, those things that we buy that we never go, and they gonna take your money, they gonna take your money, I don't care how many times you cancel the contract, it comes out of your account every month. It does. You can write them a letter. If they don't respond to you in 30 days, that has to be taken off your credit. How many of us write a letter anymore? If you don't text or social media, we don't even know.
You know what? I'm just for 1 second. I gotta make mention of that. That's the one thing I don't like with the technology is beautiful. It is, but the actual writing of letters. When if you back in the day when it was somebody that you was in love with and you wrote them a letter. That's something that you can take back out. See, you can take it out and you can read. Be like, oh, I remember when. Now, if you don't,
you got to scroll back.
You know, if you got a new device, it ain't carrying over everything that you had. You done forgot, and then you don't have those letters to pull out and remind you of this is how such and such felt, to kind of I'm just like with the Tyrone Martin, everybody thought that girl was not smart because she didn't write in cursive. None of them do. Right. They don't teach it anymore. And I noticed that with my son. I had them both in private school in DeKalb County until I could no longer afford it. But they were teaching them cursive. And then when I put them in DeKalb public school, the cursive went. How are they supposed to have their signature? What? They block style. That's crazy. But we gotta teach them how to do that. So I think I did it with my daughter, and she's a senior.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't think my son he knows how to write in cursive, but I don't think they taught him in school because he was in another school.
We got that real young though.
We had manners and morals and
all of
that. All of that. Yeah.
I digress. Go ahead, though. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
we went on the writing thing. Yeah, but so write a letter to the.
You write a letter to Equifax, TransUnion, and the
It's Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian.
Experian. I always forget them.
Yeah,
always right. But you write 3 letters. If they don't get a response in 30 days, you have to write another letter and tell them to remove it. And there's no dispute.
Okay, so you write the letter.
Saying I dispute this charge on my credit. And they're going to send that creditor, Bally's, Lifetime, whoever you got that membership with. And most of the time they throw it on their corporate desk or one of the little front desk girls get it. They don't never get it to who needs to get it to
right.
it.
Exactly.
A lot of credit can be disputed just that simple. And that's what Deborah's team is phenomenal for. They have the team that can follow up. You at work, you got to go catch kids, you got to go to baseball, you got to go to ballet. You don't have that follow up because you're not in the business.
Right.
So that's what they specialize in. They have some files over there with people with the 500, 600s, but now these loans are coming back. Well, we have some programs out there I've heard that are taking the 580 credit score. But always remember, you can get in the house, but you're going to pay more money. Why not just wait? Right. Why not just wait another 6 months and get all that stuff off your credit, and you'll be able to lower interest rate. You won't need as much money to move in, and you're more in a position to buy. Just like I have a friend. She foreclosed on 2 properties 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're closing on the 31st of this month for her house.
Oh, wow.
So foreclosure is not the end of your life.
Mm-hmm.
She's rebounded. She's
Mhm.
working. She's paying all her bills.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is current.
Mm-hmm. Things happen to people.
Exactly. You just have to be out of foreclosure for 3 years, and you're ready to buy again.
Mr. Rodney Evans says, good advice for anyone working on your credit. Get with the service to monitor your credit. You will get free credit score and reports every 30 days. He pays $12.95 per month. So basically, that's a monitoring type thing. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So if somebody's buying something out there and it hits you, because people buy a house in somebody else's name. That's what those marketers can help you do.
They buy houses.
People have gone to pull their credit and see what people bought cars, bought a house in their name. It put their credit. Man, exactly. Most of them be your cousin. Yeah, because there has to be somebody that can get hold of your ID.
How you gonna get a car? I can't get a car.
So it'd be amazing. You see some people traveling around, you're like, that. Get out here working every day. What they doing?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's always a way to get it, but you want to be able to get it at the lowest rate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't want to pay. Right now, you can get a house at what, 3% interest, 3.9.
Yeah, right now we have 4.5.
4.
I think it started.
It's going up then.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of the summer, I think it was like at 3. Well, you're still good, because when the market crashed, look what it was at. Like 9-10%.
Yeah, that's great. I could not see paying them. Now, I'm like, you know what?
But we live in a
old
different
enough.
stage now. Think about when you buy now. Who's going to stay anywhere for 30 years?
I don't know
Be
anybody
realistic.
that's staying anywhere. We can't even find somebody to stay on their
Job for 30 years. Somebody can't tolerate each other for 30 years no more.
Exactly.
We're different. It's a different day now. It's a different time. Just when you buy, be educated. Don't just go out. I see a house. A lot of people, it's funny how people are called, I saw this house, I want to go see it. But have you been pre-approved? Do you have a mortgage company that you're working with? No, I ain't did that, boy. So you're going to go buy something you don't even know what kind of money you have.
You got to know this.
You need to know how your money looks. Always know what your money looks like before you go out to. And don't dream too much before you know what the money is. Before you call a real estate agent, no, let me back up. Call your real estate agent and let them know I do not have I have not been pre-approved. Because most people won't even take an offer anymore without the pre-approval letter.
Well, that's understandable. Then
Yeah.
you don't know if you go. We
go buy
all
it.
this.
No, this one that tickles me. Well, I'm paying cash. Okay, well, give me your bank statements. Where cash coming from?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't having me tied up with your ass. I'm telling you, where it come from. How long has it been in the bank? It ain't just been there 2 weeks. I just had a transfer. Transfer from where?
Right. Oh man. That is okay. So in the very beginning, I should check my credit.
Yes.
And see exactly where I stand.
Mm-hmm.
If there's some things that I need to dispute, go ahead and write the letters.
Write the letters. If you can't write the letters, reach out to Dynasty Financial Consultant.
All right. And then after this point, now if I'm in a good position,
6:30 and up is strong.
6:30.
That's when you're going to start being able to capitalize it.
Is that like your mid?
Yeah, the best is, of course, I think it's an 840 is the highest credit score.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I'll be in Dynasty. But
Yes, it is.
But 640 is where it starts, where you can capitalize off the good interest rates.
Okay. Okay.
640 and up.
Mm-hmm.
You get in at 580, 590, 600. Yes, you can buy, but you're going to pay a little more. You're either going to pay more for your down payment or your interest rates. Your rates are going to be higher. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can buy.
All right. So
They have programs out there now, too. I'm going to talk to you about
programs.
the government program.
Oh, really?
The Georgia Dream program.
I heard of it. Yes.
Some people don't like it. Some people like it.
Now we're personally, this may be used to some folks. I'm talking about family. But we're, I'll just share for a moment. But looking to buy another home. And I think I shared this with you before. Last time I said we're looking to buy another home. And have mercy, it's a short sale, which I feel like they need to call it a long sale because they say like this taking for freaking ever. So
You need to write the contract out for 180 days when you're doing a short sale. Because
we going through it.
they go on vacation, they have babies, they don't answer the phone.
How it's now when we found the property, we didn't know it was a short sale first. Okay.
Your agent didn't tell you?
No, she told us later.
Oh, she didn't tell you.
Yeah, well, we just saw a full sale.
Let your agent do it. I know you can. I know you can. I saw this on Zillow.
We were driving around, myself and my child, and we saw it said for sale. And
with the red and white for sale, that fierce bone.
No, it wasn't for sale by owner.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. But I was like, okay, we like the area. The school district will say the same because I didn't want to go through all the extracurricular stuff that you got to go through to keep the check.
Right next to the DMV.
Look at her. All right, don't get too much of it.
They be coming over,
right?
all the time.
So it was like, okay, and then we had an agent, but not really. But then when I connected with who I connected with now, it's because I saw someone, what is that, Realtor.com. Realtor.com, we had gone on there. And a lady responded. She happened to be very, very nice. It was a property we wanted to see, and she was the only one that ever asked, well, do you have an agent? I said, you know what? Let me tell you what's happening. She said, okay, so it's fair game. She said, okay, so you haven't decided with it. Like, okay, so she introduced me. We my husband and I were like, okay, she seems to be pretty cool. Of course, we signed an agreement because nobody ever did that. Nobody ever did that before.
I know.
It just was a fly-by-night, whatever.
A lot of agents think we'll lose a client by asking them to sign that buyer's agreement. You need to get the buyer's agreement up front.
Mm-hmm. Well, we appreciated her, and then I told her, I said, I saw a house that I would like. And she said, well, let's go on over there and see what it is. We went over. She was able to, and we were able to view it that day. Mm-hmm. Loved it. We was going all up the steps. I was like, hey. And then later on, that's when we found out it was a short sale.
That's what I was going to say.
And the thing about it is, Ms. Sheba, is that the house, it was on the market for like $130. Okay, something like that. But they ended up dropping $40,000 because the people who were trying to get it before pulled out 2 days before the bank approved.
They got time.
2 days. So we said, hello, we here. And so we figured the process would be a little bit quicker, but I'm about ready to throw in the towel. Now, I'm not going to do it.
No.
Don't call me.
Not for that price.
I'm just saying.
You're going to extend the stay until they call you to take to their cruise.
Because we about to go ahead and sign the extension on the lease.
Yeah.
For another couple months or whatever.
Month to month.
We've been in it. We've been waiting now for almost 2 months.
Yeah. 60 days.
Almost 2 months or whatever. Right? Does that sound about right?
That's about right.
I gotta get you a consult right now.
You have a little longer to wait. What bank is it? Is it Bank of America?
I don't know what bank that is.
That's something you want to find out.
I gotta find that out.
They're right.
It's probably on the paperwork somewhere.
Yeah. The mortgage company would know.
Oh, your eyes. Okay, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back with some more advice from Miss Sheila's 5A Direct Real Estate Services, ATL. Kelly Price, it's my time. You're like right here.
well connected with a lot of high-profile artists and entertainers. One thing it seems they all have in common is their skin is so clear. What's the secret? I know papaya and but Ruby and Asphalt and I-91. That's got to be duck paste and Moroccan cocoa oil. I know that works.
Not at all.
So what is
It's aftershave.
That
Aftershave lotion once if you use it for 20 minutes.
sounds pretty good, but how does it help?
It prevents dark stain, romance, and freeze burns. It helps with strong and soreness of the skin.
That sounds like a fantastic product, man. What about the ladies? I know some ladies there.
Just get it together.
With all this stuff on my face, I would shave all the time.
Yes, you could have. You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio, your top 45 and R&B station, the new beat of Atlanta. And we are sitting here with Miss Sheila Spivey of Direct Real Estate Services, ATL. Is it ATL or Atlanta?
It's Atlanta. We dress Atlanta, DRESATLANTA.com.
That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, well, we have a caller on the line who has a question or a comment about today. Caller, where are you calling from and what is your name? Well, we appreciate your calling from Chattanooga, Tennessee. What you got for us today? What's your comment or question? Uh-oh, did we lose him? Hello? I think we lost him. Uh-oh.
Well,
all right, well,
we're on cell phone.
You know, you be driving down the street. Okay, so
we're on the wrong curve.
Okay, so call us back. 404-826-9223 is the calling number. 404. Yeah, we got another one. 404-826-9223. Sometimes that happens with cell phones.
All the time.
So just give us a call back and we'll put you.
Please call us back.
We'll put you back.
Please pray for me.
Definitely. So, Direct Real Estate Services, ATL, Atlanta. What do you specialize in?
We have a full package. We have property management. We list. We sell. We manage. We do tenant placement. We take care of evictions. We do the full realm of real estate. We have rental properties. You can visit our website, which is www.DasDavidRESATLANTA.com. A lot of the properties are there, just like anything else. We haven't updated today, so some of the properties have been rented. I am showing this weekend. We have 4 hot rentals right now. The one I was telling you about in the city of Atlanta for $650.
Okay.
I have a beautiful 5-bedroom, 3-bath home in Riverdale right now for $1050. I have a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath property in Ellenwood for $1197 in the sought after Shiloh School District.
Shiloh!
Oh, yes.
We know about some Shiloh.
Oh, yes.
We know about some Shiloh.
I show on, I do open houses weekly this Saturday. Let's see, let me make sure I have it right because I don't want people going to the wrong house.
Right.
Calling.
That would not be
a good thing.
You had said.
You said on that show that's on that internet.
Like, and we have records because we can go back and watch you on video.
Yeah, but I'm going to be showing the Bethany Church property, which is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, going for $1197 at 11 a.m. 12 noon, I'll be showing Victoria Place, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch in Lithonia, Georgia. I have the 2-bedroom, 1-bath flat in the city of Atlanta, right behind the Walmart on MLK. $650. You can't beat it.
You can walk right on over there.
Right on your shop and cross with busy bees. That's soul right there.
Yeah, see, I made my stomach growl again.
And I have my beautiful 5-bedroom rental property in Scarsdale, Georgia. Not Scarsdale, Georgia, Sheila. Riverdale, Georgia, on Scarsdale Street.
I was like,
for $1050. 5-bedroom. $1050.
And I paid more than that for
$1050. And they are nice properties.
I believe
They're really nice properties. I have a couple of listings, but you can always hit me up on Facebook on Sheila L. Spivey. I post my listings daily there as well. And just give me a call at any time at 678-367-9928.
that's what I'm talking about. We have a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I think we lost you for a minute. just for a brief moment. You might
Wow, I apologize for that.
you might want to turn your radio down some because we can hear a little bit of a feedback.
And my concern was some of the things that are okay in Atlanta are not okay in the state of Tennessee and to other states because the law is varied. And so I know this goes out throughout the air and everything, and I just wanted a lot of people to know that I know in the state of Tennessee, we're only allowed one credit report a year, whereas in the state of Georgia, two.
Mm-hmm.
And every time, of course, every time you're denied credit, you can go ahead and not pay your credit report. And I know real estate here, they want a minimum credit score of 620, and even but they're not the neighborhood enterprise and Habitat for Humanity, they even require a minimum at least at this point at least 580.
Let me stop you for 1 second, real quick, and turn down your radio because we hear like a lot of feedback. If you do that for, if you could do that for us, we really appreciate it. Because I'm hearing everything double, and if you just turn it down for us just a little bit, we appreciate it. That's all right. That's all right.
I know in some states, well, it varies. The laws vary from state to state. So, I mean, I just wanted to, you know, at least share that with the people that the people know that it's not, you know, in Georgia it's different than it is in some other states, especially some of the other states, because some states only allow one credit report every year. And as far as the dispute letters, I usually do 4 handwritten letters, obviously, you know, to do the handwritten letter because they're more personal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when they're coming from a company, they almost throw them away now. But I will always do 4 to 3 credit bureaus and 1 to the credit bureau themselves. Because like you said, they do have 30 days to dispute it. And in the event that they don't, or if they don't have anything to say, they will knock off the credit report. So that I agree with.
Did you have anything to say, Ms. Spivey?
Yeah, I think you just gave me some knowledge. I didn't know that there was a law about pulling credit. I didn't know that you can only pull your credit once a year in any state.
Yes, ma'am. In certain states, they only allow one credit report, one annual credit report a year. In the state of Georgia, it's a little more liberal. They allow you 2. They allow you 1 every 6 months.
So,
now they allow everyone 1 in the event that they're denied.
Right. So you're only able to buy 2 big items in Tennessee. You can't buy a house and a car because that's pulling your credit twice.
Not at the same time. If you're trying to buy a house in the state of Tennessee, they will recommend that you hold off on buying a car.
We do that here. That's cross board. You don't want to touch your credit when you're in the process of a loan or a mortgage. But I want to get clarity. You're saying that you, as a citizen in Tennessee, you can't pull your credit but 1 time?
Correct. You can only pull your credit 1 time a year. Now, I've lived in the state. I've lived in Atlanta, where I know that they're more liberal and they allow 2 a year. But in the state of Tennessee, I now reside in Chattanooga, and I'm also living in Nashville, and they only allow you 1 annual credit report every year.
You're saying that free?
More than that, then they'll say you've already done you know, you've already received yours for the year because I tried it.
You're saying that free credit report, but you're able. Okay. Right.
Annual credit report. I've gone through annualcreditreport.com. I've gone through Credit Karma. I've gone through freecreditscore.com, in which, of course, you have to pay. I've gone through every one of them because I've done a couple of workshops here in Chattanooga, building a better credit report workshop here in Chattanooga. But yeah, in the state of Tennessee, they only allow you one.
Wow. Thanks for letting us know that. That's knowledge is power.
Yeah, and in certain states that are like that, they do have certain states that are a little more liberal, certain states that you can't talk to spouses and everything, and I used to do collections as well, so I had to know the FDCPA laws and, you know, and all that stuff. But yeah, so I just wanted to be known that in just certain states, they only allow you, like I said, Georgia is a little more liberal, but in certain states, they only allow you one per year.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you calling, Miss Turnbull.
Yes, ma'am.
You drive safe out there, going around all the mountains in Chattanooga.
I shall. I shall.
Enjoy your weekend, girl.
Enjoy. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye-bye. Yes, indeed. All right. So Tennessee, they doing some other type stuff. I think, dang, you can't make two.
Financial, they'll get you a loan in Georgia and you can live in Tennessee.
I think that's the main.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, you
that's
can't
the
tell me
only one
that's my credit.
Yeah, that's mine. How you
That's
gonna
like
dictate?
saying I can't get my bank statement but once a year.
Yeah, how you gonna dictate my stuff?
Oh man,
My limits and everything. You putting a limit on what I can see for my stuff,
Right.
my reputation. Like, come on.
That's a bad rule because what if they've been attacked by identity theft? You can't find out because you already pulled your credit report this year.
but can't you at least pay for your credit? You know,
That's what she was saying. She paid for some of them. She said some of them were paid sites and they wouldn't allow her to pull it.
There's got to be some loophole.
that's jacked up.
That means choose
Y'all folks
wisely.
over there in Tennessee, come on over here in Georgia.
Way, but right across the little thing.
Right across.
Right across.
Right across one of them roads.
That really does mean choose wisely when you want to see your credit score.
I guess so.
Mm,
Oh man. So
interesting.
how can people get in contact with you and follow you? What's all your contact information? You got the flow.
Okay. I'm with Direct Real Estate Services Atlanta. We'll have 2 locations. We're located in Snellville, Georgia, and the city of Atlanta. Our website is www.dressatlanta. That's D as in David, R as in Rainbow, E as in Edward, and S as in Special. Atlanta, ATLANTA.com. My direct phone number is 678-367-9928.
Get that one more time, because sometimes folk ain't know too.
Yeah. Get your pens. Get your pens. I'm gonna wait a little minute. Wait a minute. Get your pen and paper. Okay, the phone number is 678-367-9928. And for your mortgage needs, reach out to dynastyfinancialconsulting.com. And their phone number is 770-518-6455. We are here to serve. We want to see your dreams come to pass. No loan is too small. No home is too small. Have the right intentions, and we will do our best to make sure you are a happy, satisfied client.
Well, all right. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you so much for coming by and spending time with us today on the Bianca Burwell Show.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Did you learn some stuff, Money B?
Yeah, I learned some things.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you learned something. It is Friday, so, every Friday we have Inspire Talk Radio that comes on right here on the station. TheBeatDropsRadio.com comes on at 7 o'clock. So from 7 to 8 p.m., we have D-Man and Shy will be in the building. If you haven't done it already, make sure you do it. Go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, see the big F up there. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Like us, and make sure you suggest it to other people. Follow us on Twitter at BeatDropsRadio, and also I'm on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram. That handle is Bianca_Burwell. We appreciate you so much. Have a safe weekend this weekend. We got a lot of stuff going on right here in the Stone area. What's up?
Don't forget, tax-free weekend next weekend. I know I'm going to be shouting.
Tax-free weekend is next weekend.
I don't know about other states, but I know about Georgia.
All right, so all of y'all listen to Georgia. I'm sorry, all of our New York folk and Tennessee folk and folk in other countries and California. I'm sorry, y'all. But y'all that here, tax-free. I wonder, does that apply like to online sales?
Yes, it does too. I know for online sales they got some stuff certain days. I know because I am an online shopper.
Yes, you are. Good gracious.
It's safe that way.
Yeah, not all the time.
Just make sure y'all keep checking. Make sure y'all give your information to unsecured sites. Secured sites now. Secure. So again, we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. The Bianca Burwell Show is on every day, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Again, tonight, 7 to 8 p.m. Inspired Talk Radio will be right here, so make sure you tune in. And also, we're going to be expanding to the Chattanooga area. September 6th, we have our first event. Make sure that y'all stay tuned right here to find out all the details so that you can be a part of that too. Thank you so much, Ms. Sheila.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good one.
You too, girl.